Now, let's move on to greener pastures and bluer skies, right? So, so how's it going, eh? What's
I was working on doubles on the wrist, 7-stroke, 11-stroke, and 15-stroke.
As 8 notes.
And then battery cues. And just working on, I was working on wrist turn as well. And just trying to, like on the up, just feeling the stick move away from the palm of the hand a little bit.
See, for me, and I've heard Richard Martinez talk about it. I've heard Jack Verga talk about it. This idea of following the stick. It really does have that quality, as far as I'm concerned. It's almost like the hand of God is reaching down and manipulating the stick. And in other words, you become aware of, or you should be aware of, how the stick moves with regards to this technique. And then you find a way to just allow the body to accommodate that motion in the most efficient way. Right? Kind of what it is. And in that sense, you're following it. So that if the hand of Richard Wilson came down and went like this, how would you accomplish that? Would you see? It's just going from. Remember, we talked about this. There's a change of angle. You leave the bead down.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going
okay. Go ahead.
I mean, if you're going upstroke to a downstroke,
Right. Well, yeah. So, but what I'm kind of taking it in another direction. Okay. Because what you said is true. But if you think of it this way, it might benefit you. So the stick is just doing this, right? Just stay with me for a second. Just hang out. I know. And so the stick is doing that. Now, how would the body accommodate that? Because we're holding the stick, right? So what are we going to do? If the stick is going to do this, would we do this? Well, typically, if we do that, see, that changes the angle of the stick. So we're not accommodating this motion. In other techniques, maybe in molar, it would do that. It would do this, okay? But what we're looking at is this technique, and that involves a changing of the angle of the stick and not the alignment of the stick. Right? The butt end goes straight up, and the bead stays down. Now, how do we accommodate that? What if you had a machine that did this all day, and you were asked to simply hold on to the stick while it did that? You know, what would you do? See how that looks? I'm just following. It's going to do this, and I'm just going to follow. Right? Now, if I were to turn my wrist, the stick would do this. Right? It would do that. So I'm recognizing the stick in this technique. See, it's still aligned. Bead. Now the bead is going straight up. Here the butt end was going straight up. Now the bead goes straight up. Now how would we accommodate that? what would we do? How would we accommodate this? Just holding the stick and imagining that instead of you manipulating the stick, the tail is wagging the dog. So,
I hate to interrupt. I need to plug the computer in.
okay.
Sorry. Hold on.
It's okay. Well, I'll keep gapping. Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me either. Okay. Well, so much, as Richard Wilson would say, so much for efficiency.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, and that was a Dick Wilson thing. You know, Jack Berger talked about that.
Yep.
At one, I don't think he was mentioning that at one point he was feeling frustrated and said, can't you tell me this, teach me this, find another way to talk about this, teach me this? And Richard looked over and in his very relaxed way said, no, these are the words that best express what it is I'm feeling and thinking.
Yes.
I'm going to continue using these words until you recognize what they mean. Okay, so it's a little sidebar while you were plugging in your computer. Okay, but so in other words, we were looking at the idea of following the stick. What is the most efficient way? How does the body most naturally accommodate this? Let's do this, and we need to accommodate that. What does that look like? Okay, now, is that really how the stick moves? Does the stick go, might need two hands? Or is it just doing up, down, not up, wait, down, up, wait, down. No, up, isn't it?
Well, if I was to time that,
Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, not up, down, up, down. The timing will be right. Might even be able to play in time with the metronome. But you'll be rushing on the way down to catch up, playing some other technique. Not the idea of following the stick doing this, okay? So that's just another way to think about it. Your grip looks pretty good right now too, because all you have to do is use that Richard Wilson grip, right? And think of it that way, okay? There are, so I am talking about it in a bit of a different way, right? And at some point, pieces will come together and everything will become more holistic. Okay, so we're just doing that. That's better. Now show me without actually, now you're the hand of God. How would the stick move? No. See? Good, bad idea. No. It doesn't involve the hand. It involves the stick. You need your other hand. You have to actually let go and imagine, Richard Martinez calls it the path of least resistance. No, it doesn't come all the way back. It just comes up. That's just like a fairly, so we're coming up to here. Not that high. Don't come up that high. Okay. Now, what's happening with your butt end? Let me see. Interesting. Let's do something like that. So the butt end, without getting, let's not turn this into a science project. But yeah, the butt end is just you can just imagine it just hanging out in relatively similar places, up and down. So it's not going to suddenly dip way down or do something weird. But it's not as, I don't want you to think of it as a fulcrum. It's not really a swivel point. It's doing something a little different. But just imagine the track of the stick. Okay? Just imagine the track of the stick. No, that's what's wrong. You're doing this. You're twisting your wrist. I'm lifting my arm to get it. Now I am using my arm. It's different. There you go. There it is. See, it's different, isn't it? Don't come up so high. You're coming all the way. Just come up to here. There you go, and come down. There it is. You come back down. There it is. That's more power. Just don't overdo it. You came up higher. Keep it the same. No, now you're back to just rotating. You actually have to lift your arm to get this. There you. Yeah, I'm not doing much twisting. I'm just bringing it up. There you go, like that. Now down, come down. There it is. Do that again. Bring the whole thing up in a sense, just like that. Not bad. That's the track. Now, can you get the timing of it? Up, down, up. No, now you're back to twisting. You have to lift it up. You have to lift the stick up. Well, now you come up higher. Up, down, up, down, up, back to twisting. I want you to, look, can you do this? Can you do this? Up, down, down. You know what you're doing now? Now you're into crescendo strokes. Something like that. The stick is really flat. Yep, but you still want to twist. No, that's not going to work either. It goes straight up and down. It goes straight up and down. Really. No, your beat is coming up higher than your butt end. Isn't that fascinating? It's cool though. We're nerds. We're nuts. Who does this kind of thing? There it is, straight up and down. You really put it out in front like this. Right? It's a great. Isn't there some advertisement? Someone is handing the stick to the viewer. There. Can you lift that up flat? There it is, and down. There. Okay. So you got that. Do that. Okay. How would you follow that if we did that here? Okay, we're not going to get into that. Now I want you to do this. It's not quite going all the way up flat. It goes up, but the butt end stays down. But it goes, see, yeah, there. More like, you just want to twist. Okay, so come back into position. Come back into your playing position. No? How would the stick look? Yes, okay, right. Okay, there. Now, one more time. One more time. How does that stick go up and down? What's the timing? Up, down, or up, down, if you're waiting in between. Up, down. Do it with the other hand. Now don't just go twisting. Lift that stick up. No, but leave the butt end down, but it feels like you're lifting the whole stick up. There, more like that. And down. Feel the weight of the stick. You have to lift it up. Still, you're lifting the weight of the stick up. It's a little different than lifting it up flat. Go ahead, do it again. Can you do the timing now? Up, or it could be up, down, up, down. Do it with me. Up, down, up. Use your arm. Just don't go flinging the stick around. You just want to feel this. This is not what it feels like. It feels like I'm lifting the weight of the stick. Up, not that high. Up, down. There it is. Up, down. Okay, now put a stick in, put the hand in stick and follow them. You could even do it like what? Just do this with up, down, and just follow it with the other hand. No, this is going to be doing the work. This is just following it, like it's floating around the stick. No. You're right-handed, but the left hand is going up, down, up. It's in control. This hand holding the stick is in control. Up, down, up, down. No, you have to let go of this other hand right now and remind yourself of what this feels like. Other hand is holding the stick. Left hand.
Okay, remove the right hand then.
Up, down, up, down. No, it doesn't go like this. It goes up, down, up. No, it doesn't go like this. It goes up, down. It's different. No, you just want to throw that bead up. You have to lift the stick up with the there and down and smaller. Now memorize that. Up, down. Get the timing. Don't just go lifting the bead up. Lift the stick up at that angle. Down. There it is. Better. Up, down. Keep doing it. Up, down. Make sure you lift that stick up. Up, down. Now, put your other hand while you do that. Don't stop doing that. Just take your other hand and follow. You don't even need to barely hold it. No, come on. Wrap your hand around the stick and keep doing that with your other hand, the left. This is just going to be, look, just don't even touch it. Just make an soft grip around it. Come on, wrap your whole hand like a, like that's how Elvin Jones plays. He used to play.
Right. Okay.
Wrap it around. No, it's not touching. It's a cavity. It's just follow it up, down, up, down. Come on, you lost this. You have to lift the stick up. You just want to go like this. See? So that's the problem already. You're not doing this. You're not feeling the weight of the stick in the way that I am with the other hand. See, if I just do this, look, by now I don't feel the stick at all. It's just, I don't feel the weight. I just want you to feel the weight. And hold it at this angle. Hold the stick at this angle. Feel that weight? Almost balance it. Oh, no. Oh, ah. Can you? Ah, right? Right. Right. It still wants to fall in this direction. Okay. So we're just trying to get this so you don't have a conception of how the sticks move. So how could you follow a stick if you don't know how it would move? Try again. Stop just bringing the bead up. Lift the whole stick up, but the bead is higher than the butt end. All right. Okay. So I just wanted you to understand that the stick travels this way. And then I'm just, watch. It's still traveling in that. Okay. It's doing this. A little better. Be more smooth. Up, down, up, down, up. There it is. Up, say up, down. Think of the speed as being the same up and down. See? Up, down, up. But don't go throwing it. Same effort up and down. Up, down, up, down. Say up, down. Getting better. Keep height the same. Action the same. Don't make it sound louder in your voice. The same volume. Up, down. Say it.
Up, down. Up, down.
Don't make that louder with your voice. Up, down. Up. There you go. The subtlety. There. Up, down. Should be the same vocally. You do that in your other hand. waiting at the top. Remember how it looks? It's like having a really lousy pair of windshield wipers, and they go, or they're broken. And you can't see a damn thing. Instead of a good wiper, it goes back and forth so I can see where I'm going. And it's nice and smooth. It doesn't go that kind of thing. So it's a little machine. Up, up, down. Yeah, you feel the idea of just following the stick? Uh-huh. Okay, okay. So let's keep that in mind. Now, how would it look? I'm about to take you into a new stroke. Pull out the 25th rudiment.
Okay. Just give me a moment.
So that is one of the most essential elements with regards to this technique, is how do you just simply, what is turning your wrist? What is that? Okay. And so another way to consider it is this idea of following the stick.
Yep.
And as you saw, you had all kinds of ideas about how that stick, I mean, you were doing this.
Yeah.
Something like that. And that's how a wrist turn feels. I don't even know how you would do that. I don't know what that is. Kind of thing. I don't know. I feel a certain.
That comes from? That came from something that I learned from Bruce Becker's DVD of his setup of the French grip. It's more of like a forearm, a hand forearm rotation like this.
See,
that's where that came from.
yeah.
So that's why when you asked me to do that, I did it that way.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's different.
That is different. I know. I understand. Yeah.
Bruce has a different approach, and a very cool approach, but that's not what this approach is.
Exactly.
Okay. So,
I understand that.
when it comes to figuring out, I don't care how you do it. You know, I don't care if you can get that stick to move in the right way. Look, I can do it this way.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
It's more like that. It doesn't go like this. You're actually lifting the weight of the stick. The weight of the stick seems to disappear if you just do this. It gets to this position in another way. And now the weight of the stick is like the baseball guys, right? The balance, the bat. Do that.
Right.
That's not what this is. Now I don't feel the weight of the stick. Now the weight of the stick is completely disappeared. That's what but I want you to actually, when you're mimicking how the stick would work, see, I feel the weight of the stick. I feel the weight of the stick. I feel it wanting to fall forward. I feel it wanting to fall forward. Here, do this with me. We'll just spend just another moment on this. I feel the weight of this is interesting. You know, it helps the teacher understand where the student is coming from by dissecting it in different ways. I feel the weight of this stick right here. Go ahead. Nice and slow. Yeah, I don't want you to, you seem to want to get to here, and so there's no weight. I want you to actually feel the weight. You actually have to lift up the entire stick, really. Because the wrist is on a hinge, it does go up this way. But it really feels like I'm lifting the weight of the stick. Okay, there. See, I feel the weight. Now go ahead and take your thumb off. Just keep doing this. There. Feel the weight, don't you?
Yeah.
Feel it leveraging against your palm. And it's laying in your hand. And all the fingers. Okay, come up a little more. There you go. Thumb is following because the whole hand is moving. There. Still feel the weight in the hand. Come up a little more. Okay, like that. Feel the weight of the stick. Yeah, there. Feel the weight of the stick in your hand. Still feel it, don't you? Come up more. Come on, come up. Come up. It's not in my hand. No, I don't feel the weight of it. How come your stick isn't falling? Right? If you were really just feeling it laying leveraged in the hand, it would do this. It would lay in the hand until you got to about here. How come you have to go all the way to the top for that to happen?
Okay, well, let me see. Let me just see.
It's really laying in my hand, and I'm not clenching it. It's just laying, and take your thumb off. Right at about there, it wants to fall. Right there, it's just, it's going to want to start going the other direction. See? And now what? Now let's go. Now go ahead and put your thumb back on. Go ahead and put your thumb back on, and now we're going to come. Now we're going to come to here. Come on, just for fun. Now where's the stick? Now I feel it resting in my fingers. It's resting in the hand in a different way. Where does the stick now want to go? Where does it want to go?
Well, I'm feeling the weight this way.
Right. Where does the stick want to fall?
It wants to fall down.
Stay with me. Where is the stick going? Where's it?
The weight can shift like this way as well. Yeah.
Oh, look. Right? Now it wants to go that way. If you're really breathing along and you're really feeling the stick resting in your hand, it's resting in your hand, then it wants to fall out. If you're not holding with the guide, that's what another reason the guide is for. And then it goes into this other position where it wants to fall behind you. Okay. These are just universal principles that never go away. Okay. Do you have the 25th rudiment out?
Yes.
Okay. So look at the stroke and tell me what you see. We're going to be doing it in a very specific way.
Okay, I see the 2/16th note appoggiatura played by the left hand. Then there's 2/16ths attached to an eighth note, and we're accenting the end of one. And the same thing happens in the second half of the bar, and we're accenting the end of two.
It's a mirror image. So.
Yeah, and then there's 3 different ways, 3 different fingerings presented at the bottom below that figure.
Okay, so now we have to talk about motions.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the appoggiatura. And you know we're playing an accent, and in this technique, what does that mean? It's a dead giveaway.
Well, we have an upstroke followed by a downstroke.
Okay, so where is that upstroke going to occur?
It's going to occur on the downbeat of the 1.
Right. The appoggiatura is just a little wrist turn for 2 notes, right?
Yeah.
And then it's going to repeat over and over. It's only going to go one way. Okay, so.
Are we working with a specific tempo?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So, go ahead and show me how you play that. Can you make me throw any smaller?
Because that's what I noticed. I noticed your throw was smaller. It's much smaller.
I throw it at different volumes, but you seem to really. There you go.
I noticed your throw was really like minimal. It was there.
That's better.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're back to this idea of following the stick. Okay, and so the stick is going to do this, right, for your upstroke. Now, how does the body your body just did something to accommodate in a more relaxed way getting to here. Because getting to here feels very uncomfortable if you pin your arm to your side. And in fact, if you go up too high and try to maintain this, you'll end up, see, by pinning my arm to my side, I'm not accommodating this motion. Because if I pin my arm to the side, I can't. I can only go up this much. If I want to go up higher, now the bead is going to start moving towards my body, away from the center of the chamber or surface. See, that's not accommodating it. And we're not going to go up very high. Not right now. See, we're just getting to here. Try this with me now. Just take your hand and just do this. Remember, sometimes Dick Wilson would actually take the stick. He'd grab the stick at this end towards the bead and have you go up. You go, just go on up. Okay, so, but just going to here.
Right.
There. Like that. Okay, and then down. Up. Down. Back to the smoothness. Down. Now it's as if it's a regular wrist turn, but backwards, isn't it? It's like this now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
What's happening? Okay, so it goes up. I don't know why you're too far over here, but see, it should be just 45-degree angle. So it's going up, down, just a little. I'm only going up to here. There, and down. Okay, so how would you accommodate this part of it? Go ahead and just move with using, we're going to duplicate the other experiment, but it's a little bit different, right? So now we're leaving the bead down. So it's going to go up to there. Okay, reset it. Now put your hand on it in a very relaxed way. And manipulate the stick so that the reason the stick is going up isn't because you're doing something. It's because of the magic hand, right? It's just going to go up and follow it. Go on up. There. Not bad. Yeah, relax. Just relax. Now let it go. Take your other hand off. Okay. You followed it up. Now, once we get to here and we're going to make a little throw, then what happens? Let's see. It's going to go up like this, and then it's going to go like this. I didn't want you to know. You just want to run, jump, get right to the end of it. No, you're already gone up. No, stay with me. I just want you to show me the motion of the stick. No, with your other hand. Now just hold it this way. We're back to this way. All right, we did it like this. Now we're doing this. There, eat, but not so much. See? Notice you're not twisting now because you're in this position. You can't do that other thing. There. And then what does it do? For a little throw. No, see, you don't know the motion of the stick. And we're trying to interpret it, you know. I'm sure there are mathematical equations that would be exacting. But so it goes up like this, and then it's going to go like this. Start it. It goes like that. Then what does it do? No, it goes up like this. It just doesn't do this. It goes up like this. And again, you don't want to lift the stick. You just want to rotate. We're back to that. We're back. See, it's a wrist turn. It's going to be similar to what we did earlier. So you're going to get to here, and then there's some lift, and the butt end is going down. Can you mimic that? And then the whole thing falls. Try it. To there. Yep, good. Now come on, lift that stick up a little, and let it fall. The whole thing fall. closer, still too much rotation. You got this really good. We're here. We're here. Now, lift that stick up a little bit. Come on. There. Now, let the whole thing fall. You got it. There. More like that. Try it again. Okay. Go on now. Get that beat up by lifting a little. And then let the whole thing fall. Now the whole thing's going to come down. Right? And when it comes down, it's going to do something like, watch. It's going to come down, and all that weight is going to come down. At the very last second, it all catches up with itself. The whole thing is moving as one and not countervailing. Try it again one more time. There. Easy does it. Now you're gonna turn towards the ceiling so that you're lifting the whole thing up. No, you never lifted it up. Lift it a little as it comes down. Yeah, now let the thing cascade back. There. There. Okay, so now that'll change your perspective in terms of, well, now you have some kind of, we've created some kind of new engram, okay? And now you're not in the wilderness. You now have a compass, and you see, you get a better idea as to how things move. So now we're going to recreate that. Put the stick in your hand. Oh, yeah, if you want to get it really nerdy, we could do this. We could go like this. Go ahead and do it with me. That was pretty good, but yeah, I want you to do it with this hand and follow with this hand. That's right, you got it. So it does this, right? Don't hold your elbow, let it go. It does this. That's the most natural way to follow it up. Something like that, okay? And then remember, you're going to lift a little bit. There you go. And now everything's going to fall. There. Or like that. Go ahead and make a gentle throw for me, like that. And it's an easy go and throw. Take your other hand off. Keep that in mind. Go on. Imagine it. Imagine what you did, but the other hand leading it. Don't be afraid to get that bead to come up. There you go. There you go. Better. Okay. All right. So let's play it going one way again and see if we can incorporate that motion. Works. Actually works. I'm barely moving. I'm just accommodating the motion that I know the stick has to adhere to. It's got to move that way, or some other technique. Okay, so go ahead and put the metronome on at let's see where we are here. Yeah, put the metronome on at 40. Okay. So in a sense, this is a single-handed stroke. It only goes one way, unless you turn it around. Now, Joe.
Yeah.
Just let me, in following the logic of this idea of following the stick, or accommodating the motion of the stick, You like to do this. You like to do this with your elbows. In what way would that accommodate any one of the feedback motions? Does it? Is there any of that ever? Does this have anything to do with accommodating? The answer is, I'll give it to you, no. It doesn't.
Well, doesn't the elbow, when you go to play the upstroke, doesn't the elbow come out a little bit in reaction to this?
That doesn't do this. This is not ever part of what we're doing. See, this is molar. Watch. Look how my hand changes direction. Look how the position. Watch.
I see what you're saying.
See, I want this. Look, watch. I want this, not this. See how the stick moves? If the stick was really, if you were really following the stick, you did this, the stick would do this, wouldn't it? See, if you tape the stick to the top of your hand and just left it alone, and you went like this, the stick would do this, right? I want this. How different it is. This. Go ahead and put the stick on top of your hand. Let's have just a moment of levity here. Okay, so we're in position, kind of like this. It's a little weird. Now go ahead and do this with your elbow. See what the stick did? The stick in this technique, it never does that. The stick always stays in alignment. There, look, your elbow came out. Don't move.
Yeah, I see it.
It came out, but you didn't make it come out.
Yeah,
So stick stayed aligned. That's it. There you go. You got the idea. That's it. Okay. So every time you do this, I think to myself, that's from some other technique. There you go. You don't have to come up at a severe angle, just like that. Just there, it's fine. Or like that. That helps you, the stick resting on top of the hand. Okay, go ahead and play this. Metronome at 40. Any better? If I had you mimic a throw, yours is doing something like this. I'm exaggerating just a little. But here's really what I want. And you had it for a minute, and then we moved in another direction. It does this, and then it does this. Like that. There. Follows that trajectory. It doesn't move out of it. Oh, you just threw it. No, you really want, oh, again, you do this, and then this comes up really high and fast. Why? What? It doesn't come up high and fast. It just does this undulating, you look, it's like a wave. It doesn't what? No, it doesn't go. It's a wave. You'll get all the power you need if you relax and make this motion. There. You don't have to go faster on the way down. You don't rush the way down, just make the motion. The weight of your hand, no, you did it again. No, you're just whipping that stick. It doesn't do that. It's nice and easy, watch. I don't have to, what are you doing? Watch. It's just doing this. It's literally just doing this. That's all it is. And I get it, watch. There it is. Look. So it goes like this. That's not a big, there's no, it's just making this motion. You get the natural thing that you're trying to duplicate. Here you go. Just make the motion. It's like a wave. Come on. The wave just comes crashing to the shore. Nice and easy like that. The wave doesn't go like this. A wave just collapses onto itself. There. Yeah, that's all you need. I'm not asking for a big, loud, no. That's fine. Within the context of these tiny little appoggiatures, that's your accent. Much better. More like that. Play it. 40. Go for it. Just slamming on that down. It's that undulation. It's all I'm looking for. Easy on the way down. Stop whipping that stick behind your shoulder. Okay, I'm going to give you one more degree of level of difficulty. Okay. See what I'm doing? I'm not turning to the ceiling first. I really have the discipline just to bend forward. It's a tiny little move. That's all you need. There you go. Which you already did, by the way, remember? It's just this. Remember, so you're so close to the surface, you can't help but make it there.
Yeah.
Do that when you play your upstroke. Go ahead, metronome on. So the very first right is an upstroke, and it's going to not turn to the ceiling. It's going to start right there. No, you turn to the ceiling. No, you turn to the ceiling. Okay. Yeah. It's only going to get to go forward. There you go. Just spinning on the way down now. Same thing as before. The only difference is you can see what you're really doing. In a sense, it feels a lot like you're just making the motion. See, when you go to make a throw, you don't lift first. You don't do this, do you? You don't do this in the air.
Exactly, yeah.
Leave it around first, and then all you do is you leave it down. So what we're doing is, by virtue of the proximity to the surface, we actually happen to almost, you can't help but make it now. The perfect way to say it. Looking for that. It just feels like I'm following the stick. Or feels like more of a regular throw, doesn't it? Now you're not waving the stick around first. It's more efficient. Okay, make a stroke with that in mind.
Okay. I did it again.
Yep, you're lifting it up. Can't lift it up on that first note. There you go. Up. Lost it. But watch me. Watch. Watch my right hand. It's just going down, 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 down. Try it. Have to leave the position that would remain in if it were to just make you a regular throw. Bring it up.
Is that better?
No. Watch. Just the right hand. I just want this. Just goes down. One note, and I only go down. There it is. There it is. Not to go throwing the stick around to make a big loud. Make that little motion. Don't turn to the center. Now all you do is put the other hand with that. Nope, you lifted it up as soon as you put the other hand in, right? I know. It's a discipline relative to this technique. Commentating this motion. Better. Up, you lifted it. Concentrate, concentrate, focus. Be here now. It only goes down. Go for it. No, 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 the very first right has to be correct. It only goes down because you're going to make a throw. Yes, the first note is like that. That's how the first note looks. No, there, that's what the first note looks like. Feel it. Go lift it up. No, you lift it up. There you lost it. There it is. Down. No, only down. Now. Concentrate. There, there. You got one. Another one. You're moving less, aren't you? Little you're moving. There doesn't need to be this. It's not a lot of motion. Nice. Go on. There you go. Now let's go the other way. So, right, we got that. And nothing's changed. Other than the fact that I'm a little less familiar with accommodating the motion of the stick in match. Okay, it works in match too. Sorry, in traditional as well. Pad isn't at the right angle, right? See, what's this doing next? All it's doing. I stay down on the way up, right? Now on the left, it would be this. In matched, it would be the same thing. Which it should be. Here it is. Think it's a little more. I have to concentrate too. It goes both ways. Okay, go for it. Yep, we're going left now. You're going to leave the left hand down. I'll leave the beat down. See, I leave the bead down. There it is. I'm leaving it down. Okay? Can be done. Try. Don't put planning on the way down. It's nice and smooth. Oh, easier on the way down. Just turn from parallel. Don't lift to the ceiling on your up. Good. Good. Now, can you go the other way? Both ways, I should say. Right? We're going both ways now. We're going both ways. Leave that beat down. See if you can remember. To the right out. The right out. Okay, so it's going to have to get. You have to be honest with yourself, because you know the difference, right? You know the difference between going like this, which we can do, right? But at a certain speed, as it gets going, it's uncomfortable. There's no time. So you'll only be able to get up to it. This is your tempo right now because you're not maintaining the motions.
Yeah.
Not entirely. Let's take, but it's good. Now there's one more to this, right? Maybe that's enough right now. Huh. You know what? Maybe we'll save the last of the 25th rudiment for the next lesson. Okay. This is. I want you to focus on this. Let's take a quick look at doubles and roll strokes. Okay. Now you said you were playing as you were prescribed. You were playing eighth notes. Did you get it up to 80?
Yeah. I'll show it to you.
Which really means now we're playing 16th notes at 40, right?
Yeah, we were doing. Yeah, it was 5. It was the 7, 11, and 15.
Well, right now I just want to see you play doubles on the wrist at 40.
Okay. As eighth notes?
No, now we're at 16ths.
Okay.
Got it up to 80.
40 beats per minute is 16 times.
Just a review. Okay, so see the stick is just going like this. Twice. And I'm just following it. It's very relaxed in my hand. Can you do that? You just roll up. Is it just laying in there? Yeah, it's just laying in there. So you don't have to do much. You just have to follow the stick twice. Doing this. Like, real open. Look how open I am. You don't have to clench anything. You're just doing that. And if you're really relaxed, so this is where your arms would be. Your left always wants to creep out a little bit. Let it hang. And now come to here. Okay. See, now the sticks are just going to move from that very position in the way I described. Like this and like this. And then we're going to put them together. Is your metronome on? Stroke roll. Hand stroke roll and counting.
10 stroke?
Stroke. No. The two-handed roll, and it only is a single-handed roll. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
What?
Right. I did 11. I played in 11. Sorry.
Another way. Another way. Don't lead with your elbow. You know that smooth motion doesn't go like that. See, there's not really enough stroke. So now you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right.
Nope, you went down too fast. Going down too fast. Do it. Yeah, better. It always goes one way. You keep turning it around. What's all this about? Only one way.
Okay.
Now go the other way. Both ways. Don't leave your elbow. Remember this. Come on the way down. Where's your right weight? Even at the speed, that's where your right should wait. If the stick in the right is always going tap, tap, why would it end up waiting here?
Mm-hmm.
You're really following the stick. Right again. The right is waiting. The right is waiting right now. The right is waiting right now. Okay, put metronome up to, put it up to 60. Let's see what it looks like. You got to watch where your right is waiting. But we can't really increase the speed too much because it might seem like nothing, but.
Oh, no. Significant. It's definitely significant.
Yeah, speed comes up, it really will interfere.
I'll go one way first.
Just play doubles, just doubles. Just doubles. No. Why so loud?
Sorry.
Give it up.
Sorry.
Why so loud? Listen. Doesn't have to be loud. Can be, but it doesn't have to be. You're down here going,
Right, yeah.
to
No, I
these,
got that.
right? There you go. It's a lighter sound. You're just following the stick. Stop cutting force. There you go. 5-stroke roll.
What's that?
5-stroke roll.
Five.
Now, stroke roll. Gotta lift your roll strokes. Okay? It's good. Now you're learning you don't quite know your roll strokes. Something you've done forever isn't ingrained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's easy. Don't lose your lightness. Don't go back to counting. Nice speed on the throw. Remember the stick makes. You don't push it down on the throw. Same speed on the way down, like that. Same speed up and down on your throw.
I can't hear you.
Same speed up and down on your throw. Remember, we worked on it. This does this. It doesn't go like this. It goes like this. Try again. Nice speed down, down. Crush the football. Take the back motion. Stop from the way down. Okay. All right. Better direction. As you realize that the accommodation of the motion of the stick, when properly executed, provides considerable more efficiency. That's what's happening. So that as you go to make your upstroke and you don't turn to the ceiling first, you've just eliminated that much motion up and down. So that means it's this much motion. You've gotten rid of this much motion. That's going to make you this much faster. All right?
Right, right.
Good job.